bowls.
Alright, gents, charge your glasses back to where we were.
Yeah, it's on.
Another good scare, we've got 5 scares to move us on. So the first award we're going to give out tonight is our best first year player. So for what this means to a football club is it's literally the rookie of the year. Demonstrates a good, consistent football and has taken steps in his improved his game to impact his team structure. Okay, so we have a lot of guys, especially in this type of game of football in the American Football League. There's a lot of guys that fit this role very, very quickly. We've had a bunch of guys in the last couple of years that you still see now in our first team that take this position, and that's exactly what it is. Okay, it's an opposition for a good footballer to quickly learn the game and then mark his spot into the first team. So in nominees this year, we had 5 nominees that we need to quickly mention. So Chance, for the guys that do know Chance came down this year, and in about 3 months of football, that boy learned a considerable amount, and he probably kicked more goals than anyone did on the weekend in the Nationals. He kicked 3 goals, yeah, on the whole weekend. Angel Gomez. I'm sure any of these guys knew that. Angel played some superb football. I would hate to be at the end of one of his hip and shoulders. They were brilliant, and I loved seeing him play. Shane Howard, Chance's brother. Correct. Yep. Shane also came down as a first-year player. Played good football, starting in the middle of the ground, and he's learning his football very, very quickly. Jeffrey Davis. Jeff, isn't the Jeffrey still there?
He's not here. No.
Okay, Jeff also came in for the first year, still learning the game, but still picked up some nominations for one of our first year best. And the last one on the list is Alex Amon. So and obviously, as I mentioned before, the demonstration of the winner of this award, the guy himself, he played a great year. He really did. Out of these names that we're seeing on the board, he played a great year. His ability to learn the football game was astounding. He came up so fast. He played in the first team at the Division 2 Nationals. He played in a very dominant position in the first team at the Division 2 Nationals as well, in a position that most footballers like to play. And he held that position well. He held that position at one of the tournaments that we played up in Dallas well too, and earned himself an award up in Dallas as well. And that goes to Alex Amon. So the next award we have for tonight is the most improved. Okay, for the most improved, obvious as it sounds, okay, it's awarded to the player who demonstrates the most improvement in his game over the year through both skill, determination, and commitment to his teammates. Okay, so they're the guidelines that we use when we make these nominations, and there's a bunch of guys that really did fit this role. From previous winners, we've got some of those winners here, and again, you can see those guys have also made the Division 1 team. Last year's winner was Glenn Wagner, but if you look at some of the names on that board, they're guys that are now sit into our Division 1 team, and so this role is huge. Okay, you can see that this guy, for a most improved position, his ability to work his way into the #1 team is so dominant and so quick as over the years. Into our nominations for this, we had, as the list quickly said, we had Andy Craig, who played a great season. Showed his worth many times throughout the year, and definitely at the Nationals, he just poured football. That last game, Andy, superb football, son. Alex Azizi. Alex Azizi, here he is, look at him. He came in this year, and he came with a bit of a surprise as an American who used to live in Australia. Bless his heart. And he came with some football skills, and at the beginning of the year, his progression through the year was just great. The ability to listen and learn at training was something that I love coaching, so appreciate your work, son. Mr. David there, Rashi. David did really well this year, and there was games that he absolutely excelled himself. Okay, did really good football. Zach Ledger came and gone throughout the middle of the year. Zach had a massive a massive turn throughout the first stage of the year. He came with very limited football skills, and within about 2 months, he was one of the guys that we really trusted on the football team. Glenn Wagner, again, from the reigning holder of this champion event. Glenn Wagner, again, excelled, and I'm very impressed with your skills this year, Glenn. You did such a good job. We saw you move much further into the game, kick goals throughout the year, which was good to see. Who thought you were a forward? I did.
Saw it a long way.
And last on the list is Gemma, Big Gemma. At the beginning of the year, my position was the midfield coach, and Gemma came under my wing at the beginning of the year, and I saw great ability in this man. He's going to be a USAFL I'm sure. So we'll quickly move into who actually won this event. So for the most improved this year, the winner I think absolutely deserves this. And it excelled in what happened throughout the whole year, of course. But at the national event, we saw his ability in the first game that he played was just unbelievable. He played outside of his skin. He played it all throughout the weekend, to be honest. We gave him an opportunity to come up and play Division 2 football, and he took that with the absolute heart on his shoulders, and he did a great job playing Division 2 football as well for us. The winner of this year's Most Improved is Alex Azizi. Well done, Alex. Good year, mate. Good year. So moving quickly on, because there's Sam Dolly just walking everyone. So everyone's waiting for Sam to arrive. Thanks, Sam, for arriving. Right, we'll move quickly because there's a lot of beer to drink tonight.
I'll get it to turn to you.
So the next award is the most consistent.
I'll turn after that.
So the most consistent, guys, is an obvious name title. Okay, it's the guy who put his absolute heart and soul on the line every game, and we actually award this position based upon votes. Again, this is a voted position rather than a coaching or a board staff name position. So this guy, he polled consistently throughout the year. And he polled well consistently throughout the year. One of the best players, one of the guys from previous years, Anastas and Diesel and Tommy Donnelly, all guys that, again, these guys consistently throw their heart on the line. They're guys that do play very, very good football. For this guy, for the winner of this year, the nominees-wise, we have, thought I was going to throw that too quick, did you? So for most consistent, these guys that polled the most, well, they polled consistently, okay? So whether they're getting 1 vote every game or whether they're getting 5 votes every game, it's important that they're consistently being in the top 5. So for our nominees, Shawnee Smith. Okay, for a solid backline, we should always have Shawnee Smith in this list for sure. Stevie Ryan, Steve Ryan is just a superb footballer and played a great brand of football all year, and is always going to be in this list. Matty Holland, always, and Matty Holland for not playing many football games. That's unbelievable for a guy who can still get the most consistent votes and play probably about half of the season. That's the superb recognition of just Matty's skills, and that's something that we really want to make sure that we consistently bring these guys back down to the game. That guy would have been brilliant to continue. Webby, our number 1. And around the list, off 2 guys that aren't here, Stewie Job and Tommy Donnelly. They both consistent. For those that know Stewie consistently doesn't live here, but he shows up for every game, plays his heart out, and he always gets a couple of votes every now and then. So for our winner this year, for the most consistent, and I think totally deserves this award. He did play consistent football. Okay, whether that meant in any position that I asked him to play, whether I asked him to play on the ball, or whether I asked him to play in the back line, or whether I asked him to play on the wing. This guy played great football all year round and totally deserves this game. That goes to Nathan Webb. last of this section of awards before we move into the next round, the fall season. The last award is for the most dedicated. Now, the most dedicated, as far as a definition to the board and to myself as a coach, it's awarded to the player with the overall best attendance at training, okay, games and social events. Puts in hard work at training and leads by example. Now, when you consider those attributes of a footballer, that's key for this, guys. Gentlemen, it could be you. Obviously not now. But that concept of most dedicated, guys, getting to training is one of the hardest things in a football club. And these guys will know, they've been trying to organise this throughout the year. Getting those people down at football training during the week is the hardest thing to coach into coach a strategy into a team. You need everyone there. Okay, so the guy who wins this award is a big part of this football club. So for our nominees this year, we'll quickly go through them. Simon Craig, Sean Smith, Nathan Webb, Glenn Wagner, Gemma, Andy Craig, and Mike Monahan. Okay, all these guys that polled very well upon a lot due to the training participation, and that's key, guys. So the winner this year for the most dedicated football that we have, the Lonestars Football Club.
Take it.
Take it. Goes quickly to Simon Craig. So we'll move quickly now. Right, we do have to get a rig on. Yeah, we'll move quickly now to the fall season. Okay, so our fall season was again a 4-game campaign. We started off with the LSU the Texas Cup actually in round 2, which was taken out by Harvey. Okay, so Harvey carried that game, and we didn't get to kill that game. So the next game was September 9. The LSU game was against Baton Rouge and Nashville. That was probably some of the best football I've seen us play. That first game against, I think it was it Nashville? First game against Nashville. I've never seen this team excel out. Everything we've been working on at training, it worked. Okay, we ran that ball out of the centre of the ground. We hit our full forward on the tip, and he kicked goals. He didn't miss it once. That goal, that was brilliant. I've never seen the boy kick so straight in my life. Okay, we jumped that team. I think we ended up beating them by about 5 goals. That first game against Baton Rouge, Nashville, sorry, against Nashville, and that was gold football. I've never seen anything like it. We played great football, and it's a game that actually made me feel like we've gone on the right path for this football club. We then followed that up with the guys that excelled that game were where were they? Mickey played brilliant off the halfback flank. Webby played great that game again, and Simon kicked goals and did everything we needed him to do as a full forward and played sensational football. The second game we played against against Baton Rouge. Now, in all fairness, Baton Rouge picked up all the best players of Nashville, and they basically played a combined team against our football club that day. And it was probably one of the best games I've experienced, because it was up and down. We jumped them, we kicked a couple of goals, they jumped us back, and we had to fight from a losing position to get back in front again. And the heart that I saw in this football team was exactly what we needed. And as we're walking towards a national competition, that was good football for us. We walked away with 2 wins. And a successful night of getting really drunk at the LSU tailgating party. Great. We all won that night. We all won. We next moved on to this. Was it the 3rd round? Oh no, was that the 7th? No, that was the Los Angeles and Dallas. Up in Dallas. So this is where our season started to play with us a bit. So we went up to Dallas and we played against Los Angeles first. And all those that went to Nationals, Los Angeles were a Division 1 finalist. They played good football in the final, and they played good football against us up in Dallas. But we jumped them. The first half of that football game, we kicked the ball out of the centre of the ground. We kicked goals against them. They shit their pants. Let's all face it. They did, and they turned their football on, and they made sure they came back and gave us a good run for our money. And we ended up losing that game by a couple of goals. I think by about 3 goals or something like that. And then we played against Dallas, and that's probably the most heartbreaking game I've seen. For all those that were there, we didn't kick a solitary point that game. I don't know whether we run off our legs, whether our fitness wasn't catching up with us, but that was the hardest game that I think this football club's faced this year, and that started to turn the demorals that we eventually had to rise ourselves back from and take away the Nationals with us. For those games, Webby played well. Again, Mickey played well, and that's when we first started to see our rising star, or with our first year player for the year, Alex Amon. He came and played a really great game that day. Of course, that day was That day was the first day of our women's football club.
So we were we were meant to have our first game in Austin a month earlier, but of course Hurricane Harvey had something else to say about that. So we delayed, and I was really happy that we did in the end, because we had I think a dozen players on the field, which was fine. We had a banner for the girls to run through, which was wonderful.
Who made that banner?
Oh yeah, I made the banner. Yeah, but it was just wonderful. That was the kickstart. That was the real kickstart to our to the Texas Heat coming along. And I think throughout this whole process, I'm not sure Sarge was paying as much attention as you coaching, because you got analysis on every game and every player. I was just happy that we didn't cop any injuries throughout our games. So yeah, that was Dallas. It was wonderful. So I hand it back to Sarge. Thank you.
That moved us into the last game of the round, which was the Texas Cup third round against Dallas and Austin here in Houston at the U of H again. Again, we came up against 2 football teams that are Division I football teams, and 2 football teams that were preparing for the National Carnival. So they came with their best teams, and they came with an opportunity to push their best teams through the paces. And we got the front end of that. So for our first game against Dallas, I believe we played first. Dallas, we actually held them pretty well. We had a couple of goals against them. We played good football, and I was impressed with the boys and the way they played. Then followed that with the Austin game. Again, same thing. A lot of hard games against Austin. Austin, they've got a very good ruckman, and they had a very good forward line. And then we ended up putting a lot of our guys towards the back line and making a lot of football play in our defensive area, moving the ball through the middle of the ground. We had a couple of guys that stood out that game. Bobby Sears played brilliant that game. Probably the best football I've seen him play. A couple of guys that haven't shown their name so far. Sammy Donnelly played brilliant for both those games. And one of the old stalwarts, Shawnee Smythe, who also played great. So that came to the end of the second round, really, the mid-season, through the mid-season, left only the Nationals. And so for the count for that third season, this is the counts for just those last 4 games. These are the counts for just those last 4 games. So Webby had a jump on the team. Mickey, Simon, Sean, Alex, Bobby, Gemma, Sammy and McNair also showed their head during these last 4 games. Moving swiftly on from that, okay, get that up there. Yeah? Anyone that is counting, I will be impressed if you know the scores right now. Good luck. So moving quickly on, we go into some easier awards. So we have our leading goal kicker. Not hard to mention. Okay, this is the guy that kicked the most amount of goals through the 2 big white sticks, where you get the goal umpire to do this. Okay, which most Americans love about this game. I know my wife does. We are not talking about appendage at all. But for our leading goal kicker, I think last year at Nasty, the year before was Rico, who were obviously both in our forward line at the Division 2 finals. Don't have to tell him this. For the leading goal kicker for this year, I think it goes no hard to know that this guy played in our forward line, played a dominant role in our forward line. So the next award goes to our two positional areas of the game is the mark and the goal. Okay, so our best mark of the year. So obviously, what we classify as the best mark, gentlemen, what we classify as the best mark is rare, and it doesn't have to be the guy that takes the specky of the year. It could be the important timing of the mark, and it could be how much desperation he threw into the mark. So for I don't think we've got previous no. So for this year's mark of the year, this guy, I remember seeing this mark, and for those guys that came to the mid-year review and we sat here and watched football on the screen, those guys should remember this mark as well. I did. I certainly don't. I wasn't even at this. Yeah, I was at this game, watching this game. And that goes this year to Gemma.
Yeah!
Okay, moving swiftly everyone. So the last one is goal of the year. Again, same thing with goal of the year. It can be from where you kick it, it can be from the timing you kick it, it can be how many you kick, okay? For those guys that were at this year's, gentlemen, this won't take long. For those guys that are at this year's National Carnival, we were losing by 1 point to Chicago, and we had about less than 60 seconds left on the clock, and we were all sweating bullets on the sidelines, and one little nugget in the forward pocket managed to pop his head up, grab that ball. So our goal of the year this year goes to TV. Very rewarding goal of the year. Won that game for us, so we can't ask any more than that. We move right now on to the humorous awards, and for those that need a good giggle. DB and Andy will represent these. So, the boat race. Is this on? The boat race, honestly, I don't know why we call it a football club when we should call it a boat race club. Come on, guys. So look, the boat race, we've had a bit of an up and down year. Obviously, you know, the boat race, it's not the focus of our football, but it should be. And we've had some great guys come down, but they haven't been there every game. And we've got the best team in this country if they're all there, yeah. And that's why at Nationals I didn't field the team and I didn't challenge because we missed our Whitehead, we lacked our Sears. I don't know where the hell Jesse was. He was probably doing salsa somewhere. So look, and we had a couple of others, but I think. Have we got nominees or just flat out? So I think this year's award for the best boat race, it comes down to the guy who's always there and he's always willing to chug it down on demand. And that's what we want, you know, chug on demand and win it. So I think...
in our club room, this would be it. I'm not sure, Sean, what you got this for in 2014.
On the couch.
Feels like a decade ago. On the couch. Tallis, I don't know if anyone remembers Tallis, but obviously he's best off field because he's no longer in the club. Max Boland is no longer in the country. Or no longer allowed in any bars in the country. That's why he got deported. 2017.
Do you want some context?
I believe, yeah, because I missed this whole episode.
Yeah, get this one.
For the context, the award winner for this really did it in one foul swoop. One performance did it, and he did it at the Baton Rouge LSU weekend. I roomed with this particular gentleman, and to say that he woke up in the morning, and I woke up in the morning, and Steve Ryan woke up in the morning, we're all in the same room. And we found a pillow with a whole bunch of blood on it. And we looked at this particular gentleman and said, "What the hell went on with you last night?" And in fact, what we found out, that was just the start of it.
That was it. Oh, it started.
So this particular guy managed to. He said he fell over and he had a cut across his eye here. And you know, I fell in the shower myself and, you know, things like that. No, he obviously got hit, but didn't tell anybody about it. But not only that, he got thrown out of the casino in Baton Rouge.
On footage!
And that is video recorded with commentary. and probably about midnight or 1 in the morning. But so performance of the night and of the year goes to David Astis.
He's now been promoted to Fort Lauderdale. So our annual prize for this award is going to be a year-long trip to Fort Lauderdale to get loose.
No, we got a quick video.
All right, here we go.
Are you there? We're about to put something on, so your video's going to come up. Do you want to watch Who wants to watch the video? Ready? It's on. Ready? Face on.
I'll talk for him.
Just voiceover it. Come back.
What do you want me to say?
Oh, he's on
Blah, 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 Florida, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, just give a speech, mate. Come on. You've only got
Getting the rest of my time.
Yeah,
Give a speech. Speak.
Go back to whatever. Sorry, we don't know how to do the volume.
I need volume.
We can't do it.
I need a leg of that.
Sure, put it in the microphone.
He's got nothing to say that's interesting other than he's looking after his dogs and cats and he misses everyone dearly. You're shit, mate.
Love you.
Alright, what's the next one?
Go on, you mate. Hang up.
Yeah, this is a good one. Take out.
Oh, white line fever. So White Line Fever. Last year, Josh. Obviously, Josh has calmed down a bit this year. Maybe, I don't know why, but it's been disappointing. Obviously, everyone likes seeing a bit of round the cuff info. Maybe I was subject to it. Max, I don't know if anyone remembers Max 2015, the jumper punches, throwing off the field. That's what we want to see in our Lone Stars. Maybe some of the girls can get this one this year, hey? Where's Aubrey? Where's Aubrey?
Offshore.
Not here, offshore.
Offshore, is she? Shit. So, look, this is a coveted award and everyone should aspire to it. So, who is it this year? Closely contested with his son Charlie. They fought for this one, but Dad wins. Best supporter. I don't know if you know my friend Satan, but I think she's exercised those demons this year. I haven't heard the devil shouting out at.
She lost the voice at Nationals.
Last year she was going to get on the field and crucify the person that hit Rico. I don't know who this year's winner's going to be. Who's gonna get that one?
You get a hug.
Humanitarian or what? Is this a new one?
Okay, this is just an off-the-wall one here. Humanitarian award is given to someone who really gives back to life in general, and this guy gave back in an interesting way. Basically, when we were all out at Harvey helping rip down houses and raising money and going off to George R. Brown with Mikey, had some good time. This guy was doing different things to help humanity and, well, help